Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I apologise. There was a couple of things I forgot to mention on the last video. So this is Victoria under CCP control part 2. Do you know it is that ridiculous in my state at the moment with a 0.0024% death rate, and every death is sad, I understand that, but 80% of the deaths in my state are in aged care homes with residents in their 70s, 80s and 90s. That we are in a 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. curfew. Can't travel after 8 p.m. unless you've got a special permit like my carer would have, who's standing right behind me, loitering in the background. Right? No, he's not actually. But yeah, he has a special permit. So just like the Chinese Communist regime would have special permits. I should ask him actually to give us a copy of the permit so we can white his name out and we can put our names in and we can forge copies of the permit. Did I say that? Oops. Anyway, he's a good fellow. He might do it for us. But anyway, yeah. So we've got the 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. curfew. Can't travel more than 5 kilometres from your home. New World Order travel restrictions. And it's funny how every day that our dictator premier does press conferences talking about new COVID deaths and the amount of supposed new cases, it's funny how flu's gone down 90%, but COVID's gone up. Coincidence that, isn't it? But it's funny how he does these press conferences in his brown jacket, talking about how awful these deaths are, but he doesn't get up during the press conferences and talk about the suicide deaths as a result of these lockdowns, does he? No, they don't want to talk about that, do they? Funny that. I can tell you right now, suicide and sickness because of people are locked in their homes and can't move is going to kill a lot more people than COVID. And under our restrictions, as I said, you can't get a franchise to go around to mow your lawn if you're an old person living on your own, or if you're a disabled person. The government has said that's not an essential service. My grandfather is 86 and suffering from early signs of dementia, I believe. He could go outside his house and trip on the grass if it's long and injure himself. And they're saying that mowing your lawn and gardening is not an essential service. What a disgrace. Now, Jim's Mowing, that's one of the big franchises going here, is saying that is telling his franchises to keep operating and that he'll pay the fines. So someone's standing up to this unbelievable tyranny. But Jim's Mowing is saying that they won't have the balls to fine, because telling someone they can't maintain their house, mow their lawns, or is illegal, and he'll take them to court. And I hope he does. I hope he takes the state government to court. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I've never done this before on air, but we are under total tyranny at the moment by a government that's run by a dictator and quite possibly held hostage by the Chinese Communist Party. And I'm asking for your prayers and support. And by Christ, whether he's good or bad or indifferent, he's our only chance. And my God, I'm hoping Trump wins this election because he's the only person that can stop China. And really, he's the only person that can save Australia from a total takeover at this point. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.